Chris, another spring training. Is this one any different than any of the others you've been a part of in the past?
Well, I mean, it's always special to be a Yankee. You know, this is my first spring training with the organization, so I'm excited to be in Tampa and hoping to make a good impression.
You mentioned being back here with the Yankees. Was that a tough decision for you?
No, it's not a tough decision at all. I mean, this is I had such a great time pitching here the last 2 months, and I know being with Derek during his last 2 months of his career was a big part of that. But it's just a great organization to be with. They take care of the players. The fans are great. It's always exciting to come to the park.
Was there anything that surprised you about this organization last year?
Man, well, I guess I grew up in Massachusetts, so I was, sort of a Red Sox fan growing up. So, I didn't know what to expect coming over here, but it was just such an awesome experience to put those pinstripes on and to become a part of this organization, and immediately became a Yankees fan and also a player, and just loved it.
Now, you weren't here for a very long time, but in that time, how do you evaluate your performance?
I was happy, given that I started the year kind of in the bullpen and, had to kind of shift gears mid-season and build back up as a starter. It was just so nice for me to get back into a, 5-day routine and make those, I think it was 11 or 13 starts I had at the end of the season. So, my numbers were probably pretty average. I think I had like a 4.2 ERA. But I threw a lot of good games that showed me a lot, against some tough AL East opponents, and enough to make me really excited to come back here and try to earn a spot in the rotation.
Now, what are your expectations for this season?
Well, first and foremost, I want to stay healthy. I want to get myself physically and mentally in the best shape possible to go. And, I want to earn one of those spots. We have definitely some open competition in camp here, so my goal is to just perform well from the get-go. Do
you change the way you approach things as you get older in your career, the way you train in the off-season, the way you come into camp?
Definitely. I'm 36 now, and my training regimen is a lot different than when I was 25. You just have to be a little bit more efficient. You have to focus on getting the proper recovery between starts and between workouts. Focus a little more on what you eat and the kind of rest that you get. But that's all fun. That's our job. That's what we have to do every day. So it's a small price to pay to be able to perform.
Speaking of fun, you had a little bit of fun this offseason in Japan for the tour with Major League Baseball. What was that all like?
It was amazing. The Japanese people I found to be really friendly and welcoming. The cities were, clean and just so well run and beautiful architecture, beautiful, great food. So my wife and I had just an amazing trip, and the fans too. It's more like a football crowd, or more like a soccer game in England. I mean, the fans are making noise from the first pitch. They're into the game. So it was just a really different and fun experience for us.